of you who have continued to support our scouting program. Our division has stood as a pillar in our community for decades, helping our youth to grow into productive and professional members of society. Our program has fostered inclusiveness and has served as a second home for those without. But for all of these efforts, our scouting division has yet to enrich the lives of those Armenians with the very least. Thanks to the Krtser Homeland initiative, Homeland and Glendale ROP Scouting Division has directly worked to better the lives of those Armenian youth within our homeland. Thus, I would like to invite Kristine Dashtymyryans, who not only conceived but also executed this project, to share with us the successes of the Homeland Initiative.
Barab Bolarin, can you hear me? Can you take this down? There we go. Okay. Barab Bolarin, my name is Kristine Dashtymyryan. I am the Krtser Homeland. I prepared a little presentation for you just so you see what my journey was like, how I got started, and then we'll do like a little Q&A so you can ask me questions and see what we have in mind for the future. So a little bit about myself. I've been to Armenia 4 times. To the left is a picture of me in 2007, Jambazyan Dance Academy Het Gnatshelin Kayastan. We performed at the Opera and in Vanadzor. I was there for 2 weeks. Last year, I don't know how my parents let me go alone, by the way. But that's when I kind of like fell in love with the country and got to see all the tourist spots and stuff like that. To the right was my next journey. We were there for about 3 weeks. Mer chapter, we're at Khorvirov. And the bottom picture is a whole delegation of Western United States Scouts. So we were at Buragan, which is about an hour away from Yerevan, and then we were in tents camping for 10 days. We met Scouts from all over the world, from Iran, Iraq, from Jerusalem, Canada, East Coast. So Scouts from all over the world joined us in 2014. After that, after Jamboree Berchatsav, Mer Masnajuga Gnats Gharabagh. That was my first time visiting Gharabagh, Yerek Kisherov. I mean, completely different experience. I think an urish ashkhara, hence mar mtnum es lernerë, and you see կանչություն nestesnum, մարդկանց հետ է շփվում, բարբարն է սովորում, and you're trying to understand what they're saying. Իրանց բարբարը, it's Armenian, Turkish, Farsi, and Russian all mixed together. So you're trying to understand what the locals are saying, but it's Hayanov and Khosum Iran's Barbar. So it was a very interesting trip. So that's my second visit. My third visit was my biggest motivation. And I went to Armenia last summer with the AYF Youth Corps program. This is a 6-week program, and it's open to everyone above the age of 18. We spent 1 week in Yerevan, and then I went to Artsakh for 2 weeks. Stepanakert Apumink, but it's Askeranum, Jambaink Tanum, Yerecherki Hamar. It was like a summer day camp for them. So you can see some of the pictures. By the way, these kids still send me Facebook messages. I am still in contact with them. Gyugum. Հետո Ասկերանից հետո գնացին Գյումրի։ 3 շաբաթ Գյումրի եմ մնացել, նորից այնտեղ ճամբար ենք տարել, 3 շաբաթ in 2 different schools. I think in there's so many kids in Gyumri. I fell in love with the city, fell in love with everyone, the hospitality, it's just a different world. Yerevan, Yerevan. but they don't think about maybe visiting the second largest city in the country, which is Gyumri. It's about 2 hours north, and I'll talk more about that. So John Baron, last summer, as you can see the bottom picture, I was teaching them English. Yerkin Gerikum, it's basically what we do with our scouts, but it was for a whole week, and then we switched schools and did a 2-week program. So Yerek Shapat and Damon outside. So after I came back, I'm like, Dad, I don't care what you say, I'm going back next year. And he was like, Chel, Herika, El Gnateles, El Petchi, Omenish Teseles. Papa, what changed Chamtesel? There's so much to see there. Menak Yerevanichi. So I was like, okay, how do I come up with something? I need to give myself an excuse. So I go back to Armenia. And we were thinking, we were brainstorming of things we can do. And then after the 4-day war in April, it was for sure, he's like, Chengetalo, El-Verch. And so I was crying and I was all hysterical. I was giving them the silent treatment. He's like, here's your ticket to Armenia. Let's go. I was like, what? We're going. So երեք շաբաթով ծնողներից հետ գնացիմ, պապեն 20 տարի էր Հայաստան չէր գնացել, Իրան մեծ պապեն Ղարաբաղցի այլ է, so I was like, Dad, we're going to Qarabağ. I'm going to show you Qarabağ, and together we're going to do an initiative. Հայաստան էթալը մենակ էթալ Երևան կաֆե, ստեղ ընդեղ չի. My purpose in scouting, besides my գիտելիքներ, մեր հոմայատմենի գիտելիքները, is to make that connection and build those bridges amongst our homeland. So we came up with the Krtser Homeland initiative. Through the connections I made through AYF Youth Corps last year, I met a lot of the locals who are Gyumri Oprumin. And you'll see some pictures of them. I reconnected with them and I was like, hey, I'm coming, Pogem Berum. Arek meban anենք, դբրոցներին օգնենք, ինչ որ պետքա դուք ասեք, որտեվ դուք եք իմանում։ Մենք ստեղից շատ դժվար է մեր համար իմանալ գյուղերում ինչ ա պետք, ինչ պետք չի։ Sometimes money isn't being allocated in the right way. We don't know where that money is going. So մեր վստահությամբ ծնողներից գումարին հավաքը, which was a total of $2,530. It is a lot of money, but to us as Americans, Armenian Americans, it's maybe like a month's rent for your house. Հիմա կտեսնեք through my presentation ինչքան աշխատանք ենք տարել and truly changed the lives of these people and these kids in 2 gyuls. So I think I get the shivers when I think about it, but it doesn't seem much, but when you see the outcome of it, it's so rewarding, and seeing the happiness on the faces of these children and these villagers is just amazing. So just a little background information, Shirak province, Shiraki Marza, it's the most northern towards Georgia. So it's 2 hours north of Yerevan. And these are just some of the pictures of why I fell in love with Gyumri. I'm still in connection with some of the kids there as well. The first day I got there, I had like a mob of kids just run towards me. I'm like, yeah, you remember me? You know, they look forward for us to go there and meet with them. It's kind of weird to say, but it's they think of us like as aliens, you know, like, I can understand that. Like, it's like a weird concept to them. Like, so it was just great. They were waiting to see me. So these are some of the pictures from last year. So here's a breakdown of what we provided with $2,530. Arachi Gyuga Tafshutun. Անցյալ տարի ճամբարին կատարել եմ դեղ, so գյուղապետի հետ հանդիպել իմ, ընկեր Սուրեն Սարգիսյան, It's 40 minutes north of Gyumri, so քաղաքից դուրս է 40 րոպե. And they're a very small group. Մենակ 350 հոգի կա, and they have one school. Their one school has 55 students. So with those 55 students, we provided backpacks, coloring book, everything. Aysinkan lika, we put rulers, janjik, sarich, everything in the backpacks. We handed it out to them. Plus, we bought extra supplies that's gonna last them the whole academic year. So they're fully supplied for the year. Besides that, I'll show you a video after this. We rebuilt 3 new bathrooms for them. Եթե այս պետքարների վիճակները տեսնեք, դուք ինքներդ ոտ չեք տնիներս։ Այնքան վատ վիճակի մեջ էր։ 3 new bathrooms. I think we bought the tile, we bought the actual toilet, the mirrors, the paint, everything. Եվ պատկերացրեք, այս գյուղը տաք ջուր չուներ։ We bought them a new water heating system. So now they have hot water to wash their dishes, to take showers, and all that stuff. And then you'll also see pictures. They have a dahlich, which is where it's their indoor gym. Very bad condition. Tafshutum shata zoin gali. So either way they reconstructed. Mish palvuma patera. But we repainted the whole dahlich. Besides that, they got chessboards, volleyballs, soccer balls, and basketballs, all for one view. Next, Sarata. This is 20 minutes south of Gyumri. They have population of 1,200, Mehat Dabrotsunen, and it's about 250 students. We couldn't figure out what was going on because like the Brotsa had a chest set, they're still waiting for enrollment. So Iran's Norena suggests sorry, but menat Iran's Arachin Dasarani Hamar backpack adne. And there was about 22 of them. So Iran's Hamar backpack adne, Likamanch, Abrankner, Letrankner. And then again we bought them extra supplies to last them the whole academic year. Paper, pencil, notebook, everything. Այս դպրոցը ավելի մեծ էր։ Երկրաշարժից հետո 88-ին այս դպրոցը չի վերանորոգվել։ Այսինքն փլված հալակա։ So երկրորդ հարկը, որ դասարաններ ունեն, իրանց սիլինգը փլվել է։ Այդ երեխեքը այդ վիճակի տակ, որ անձրևա գալի, այդ դասարանումներն են դասարան նստում։ We rebuilt their whole system of like their ceilings where the North drew chamatni. Besides that, Matt Tati Hargay Dasarnates Madam Patak Chuner Hogar Getina. So at Dasarna Louis Parket Tank Ared, yeah, Vierquata Dasarna Laminate Tank Ared, brand new flooring. And they also received chessboards, volleyballs, soccer balls, and basketballs. So մտածեք, ամերիկյան դոլարով այս ինչքան կվերջանար, բայց երկու գյուղին $2,500 այսքան աշխատանք ենք տարել. So before we went to the գյուղs, Երևանում ամեն ապրանքներ առան, որտեղ եթե այսինքն Գյումրիից առնենք, պիտի երկ սպասենք, որ Երևանից դերենք. And also, Petaka, it's like a wholesale market, so aveli arjan hai. Anachar verganasi, men pitutner avel paper, pencil, everything, $500. $500 for all the school supplies. And then I looked at our unger and I was like, Tato John $2,000 inch pityanek. I was like, Ari Veranora Kang. So that's where we got the idea of fixing their ceilings, painting, this and that. So then we had a little party of putting together everything. These are some of the pictures. bought them watercolors, drawstring bags, and stuff like that. So same top shooties. Meşleri nıkar dersmek etiyans dahlicina. We repainted the whole facility. As Nagarneri Mesh Anger Surenna, he's the Gyurapet, so he's the mayor of that village. So we were buying the toilets, we were picking out the towels for the bathroom. And then we visited their school. So we took everything, I took a picture with them there, and then these are some of the kids. One of the parents approached my mom, and she said, Shot matahokeng, and my mom's like, Inchu incharen, inchuek matahok, asma shot uzeng were as bacharov chugaik mermot visit ani. Uzeng aveli kurach aritov guy. You know, as in like, we rather have you here not to give a donation to help us. We don't want to be in need. But that's the point that they've come to. Where my oknuchuna accept and honor let's hope this video works. This is the bathroom I was talking about. This is all redone plus another 2 bathrooms. Yes. Here's their dog age. I also took a video of that. So those are kind of the conditions that, you know, these kids are playing in, and I'm pretty sure it's not healthy either. I think holding Brian Dasram Dustum, getting Chigard, I think our staff and our puzzle. So it was like very eye-opening to see. This next one's Sarada. You can see Karketnerni Garen. As Ochkovnun, the lamnita, I think there was bugs coming out of it, which is not healthy at all for these children. So at Dasarnera, fully reconstruct Ankara, Omanor laminate Ankara, we fixed the ceilings, they painted the doors, they painted the classroom walls, and some of the flooring actually. And then we had a day to meet the first graders. So on then I get in the broads. We had Mekmek on usually Chikartats. Mekmek Egon Motetsan Ins were they're very excited. They like open their like, wow, like they're like using words that I don't even know what they're saying. They're like, oh wow, like this. You have Gumnet Inkneyan's Barbarunen. So I'm just trying to adjust from here to there, from here to there. So either way, they're very excited. This next one is a little tradition that I started last year when I was Artsvikmer from Babet. Galek Artsviknera poker notingre Iran's gold meets for the Armenian genocide. And then I took it to Krtser Homeland and I placed them at the memorial Iran's gold meets. So before I go on, I want to kind of explain who was the person behind all of this. Where that, yes, we're not programming for it, but $1 million and then you have to have the right connections to do what you need to do. at Paul like and you don't even know where it's gonna go. So through my connections last year through AYF Youth Corps, Anger Tatul Manukyan was the man behind it all. I tried to get him to FaceTime in today, but couldn't. But he was sending his greetings, and he wanted to tell you all that we really did make a difference in these children's lives. I mean, sitting here in an air-conditioned room, we take little things like this for granted, but something like it's very, very sad to hear and actually see with our eyes. So Tatul is kind of like the guy behind it all. Not this term before. So he knows a lot of people. He was able to help us. They were all volunteer based. Their parents, so he wanted to thank you all for supporting this. And they're asking me like, what that it says? I'm like, America. Like the kids were like asking me like, why are you here? Like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I can't says Scotland, America, you know. So I was just kind of explaining like, you know, there are kids across the world that do communicate the way you do as well. So we're looking forward to doing something even bigger. What's next on our agenda? I warned Tatul, I said, Tatul John, I know I started make keep poking there, but we want to come back in 2018 and we want to do something even bigger. Also, here goes our Tasmutin, Homeland Many Har Amyakana, which is a very, very, very big honor and event in history that we're all going to be able to participate in. So, my hopes are, and Tatul's waiting for us, we're going to go back, we're going to go to Jamboree, participate, and do extra volunteer work with our scouts, with our families. We're duket desnek and we're duket imanag, what we have, what they have. Amen is high. But as ashkarikomits enkoma inch kan tarberchunner kan. What they benefit from, what they don't benefit from. Constant $100 փողահանեմ տամ, կարող է այդ գյուղում մեծ կով առնենք իրանց, որ կատ սարքի, որ կատը վաճառեն, փող սարքեն այդ ընտանիքը. So there's different ways of going about it. Menակ Երևանը չի, menակ Գյումրին չի, it's not just the cities. Etak գյուղերը, they're very welcoming. They will do anything you want to just make you happy. At dance Martican, and they're very willing to accept our attendance, and they want us to come. Unfortunately, Shot Martka war has lines through Sagali, and for many different reasons. I'm not saying the right way to fix this is to move there, but we do need to visit and we do need to help them. Mary Hishovuchuneri մեջ պիտի մնա, մեր սկատների մեջ պիտի մնա, որ իրանք էլ հասկանան what they're a part of. They're part of the diaspora. They're part of keeping our Armenian language, our history, and our heritage. So that was my trip. I want to thank you all for being so welcoming to the ideas that I brought up. I know this was right after camp, but for the money we collected, it was an effort from all of us. It was an effort from all of us. I want you to take ownership for all the work that was being done. Share the album on Facebook, show your friends what we've done. So yeah, that was my trip. I just want to open it up to a Q&A. I don't know if you have questions for me, but I'll gladly answer them. Any questions? Ayo.
So, who suggested you to go to these two, let's say,
Ayo. Ayo. Yes, Hafrut answer I did not tell him, so you to brought it there selling each be jogging measure. I already knew they were in need. Yeah, poker the brought I said okay, we'll accommodate. He's not backpack shot chiali. Yep, Saratoknel already met there, but their school needed a lot of work. But ayo, anger taught them in the asel, work yoga each bed money.
من یه گلنسی پاتکانما اجمیاتی یوغی دبروس استابلیشمنت اومینا پاتکان یوغی جوابوتین کارابارچان یوغی گاورمنتین انی چمان پالیتیکسی مش خورانسه that is there a mechanism for Yerevanit yugin oknen for the $8,000 it doesn't seem like much for a government finances or budget. So at the brought to me about as you understand insurance which are at the hustle.
Marzina. So Shiaki Marzna for at Pona allocatanum. Anger tatula asumer estari budgeting direct for the brosner veranorokin. Ice cream gumyum leak the brotska for yerka charges heto chen veranoriken. Estari were budgeted through Ellen. Unfortunately, they had to reallocate that money for the 4-day war in April. So at Pova Estari Chehasa. For the Abrili Bana, the 4-day war, Artafon, they used that, they reallocated that money for the school and that budgeting to that. So Marzin Kaponi.
So they get the money and they can't get it back.
I don't think they get it back, they just like spent it on whatever they needed. So the Gotin Chihasa, that's sorry. Hopefully you sorry, I can check my gear was our boss everywhere. But I am Marzi Kwapa.
Different states, money can sponsor on public measure on their sponsor our escape to Carbon, come here to Dani. Sponsored it. We are trying to scratch that off of your list from 2018. It's what we wish bombers list. And the road says that we get help in the Hamburg, making the Jojo. It's a Amsterdam, it's a $100 on the one, very low fee, for the love that the government does not want to touch.
You're on Krtser then. It's difficult because of the exchange rate. He was telling me, studies po uharkela, Iran Krtser Homeland. But it's kind of like where it goes in the process. Like for example, communication isn't very spot on with them. I'll be very honest with you. At Neshapat Gumrim, Yerek or Tevav Michev Ashkatov Ekav the Brotza. Yerek or Tevav. I was like, this does not happen in America. You need to be here Monday by 7 or else you're fired. But on that, like, love, akhber, wafel, gugam, problem chi, like, they're very, like, lax and, like, you know, wafel ganing, and Todd was like, bojas, achika gunuma America, hima pityanek. Like, he was like, come on, like, she needs to go, you know? That at Ashkatanka Ward Barbie, in my opinion, there will be some kind of lag. In my like sense of words. I looked into there's 2 different routes we can take. You've got Vertas Hot Ashagardoni in Kampo Krakuga. And the Brot Sarkela Mehat Senyanka. Mehat Senyak Sarkang, which I think will be like a few $1,000s maximum. Against the Brot Sikeli. So amen. Butch. Iran Stuner and Stuner and Sovorum. չկա։ Կան, եթե այսինքն մեծ գումար տանենք, քաղաքի մեծ դպրոցներն են կարող սարքենք, որ երկրաշարժից հետո փլված մնացել է։ So I think if we start saving now and at hard ամիսը պահենք, we can do something even bigger, մեր ձեռքով, մեր աչքով այդ աշխատանքը տանենք, which will be more rewarding in my opinion. Aya.
Enthusiasm about this, I'm so amazed. So this brings back memory of my daughter that she got through, I think it was 10 years ago, many marches. She was working for our School Foundation, and they were statistically they're taking about how many deaths and shares have. And she had the same impression that they were so, the classes were so disaster. But the people there, she says, the first day, everything was broken, but they had flour on the, desk, everything was clean, and the kids were clean with their big bowl on their head, they were all But I'm so sad that after 10 years, that your report is the same. My heart is so broken. I thought no problem in it. With all this head from everywhere, I thought this is going to make the school be much better, but
Ուշադրություն չեն դարձնում, ճիշտ եք ասում, մարդիկ ուրախ են, but maybe their surroundings aren't as well as we think it is. I mean, there could be bugs all over the floor, but they'll have like a full-on, like սեղանին կծում գնացենք թավշուտ, շուտ պիտի գնայինք տուն, որ մայ պապեն հետ էտանք Երևան, ընկերսրենը տարլա, ասում է չէ պիտի գաք, ասենք ընկերսրեն պիտի էտանք, գնացենք, տեսենք սեղանա կծեր, յակինը սեղանա կծեր, ասենք վայ, I mean like չէ, մեր գյուղի պանիրն է, պիտի ուտեք, չեք կարող էտանք, like normal Armenian, like you need to feast before you leave. So they're very hospitable, they're very proud to be villagers. Sometimes here, like we use it as a slang, like you're so guatsy. But like when you actually see their lifestyle there, like հասկանում the hardships they have. Մեհատ ընտանիք կար, թավշություն 6 հատ երեխա ուներ։ Մեքանիսը դպրոց չի եկել, բայց extra backpack արելին իրանց այդ տղան։ I think in Yugam, like they don't have like 1 or 2 kids, they have like multiple kids, and it's so hard raising them in these conditions. So yeah, I mean, their bathrooms, they're bureaucrat bathrooms, they don't have nice toilets. I bet you all know what bureaucrat toilets look like. Yeah. And I'll tell you, their showers, they don't really have showers. Top shootum, I think I'm top jurchuni. Bana Bermin, the bucket, go like losum in your own bra. That's their shower. Nothing. So we need to help them as much as we can without directly sending money, but making a different impact later on in the future with our big plans. Any other questions? Yes.
The buildings that were used as schools before the 88 earthquake, after they toppled over from the earthquake, are they just left like that and not used anymore?
They're left like that, but they're used. Yes. Gali, Gali, it's not there, I think that's an argument and they have no choice. It's sad. I think Eddie for yes and Tessa choice on come my solution. Yerevan's hingopet duskches, it's a different country. At Pova, the tourist attraction is to Yerevan. A lot of people, unfortunately, when they go to Yerevan, they go to Krtser Homeland, Sardarabad, Carnegie Hart, if we don't visit, if we don't go to the guilds, I think in Roshan, we need to visit. If you don't have a connection, I'll happily, like introduce you. They're very welcoming. But like in my mind, their economy needs a lot of help. It's just there's so much going on. I see in Shiraki Marzum Torsorit Yans Antruchunerna. Omen Harnavelen Iran. Tatula, he's the Marsbeti Oknagan right now. And he was like telling me stories that we can't even imagine happening. I know something they're trying to do. Shiraki Marzum constant amen gyuri mayor unenan amen gyuri hamar mehadan himazum antren. So they're trying to make that movement now. But I don't know how long that's gonna take. I'm sure that's gonna change in their government too. So it's tough. We don't know. We're just sad. We should know, and we should know how to make a difference. But I'm trying as much as I can. One step at one gyul at a time. My dad, we came back. My dad tested told me new story, huh? Morati. I'm like, Papa, please. Amen or Osman, he still denies it, but I'm still gonna go. So we'll see about that. But one step at a time. We're doing as much as we can. Piti Melki Vista Hank and Dev to check up on these things too. I've had friends that donated refrigerators, washing machines. That's why, when we make these donations, we want to make sure that they stay there. Melki Kav or Gilchin Kangani Asi at Petkarna or Sarkani at Petkarn or Akandar Sarstone. So we'll get it done. Any other questions? No?
Thank you, Christine. I want to also invite Yekbar Emil up to the stage to share some words for the Homeland Initiative.
Women, I'm Orafor, Hishman, with Christine Economist, Project Yammer for Smith, and Yaka, Jobs, Shot, Jobs, Rafatsam, authentic documentation, it's in that relation that we target or some were locking got me about channel, and Casmus, if Hishman, a kernel where I come about channel, Volorsa, shot. Bazı avramatlarning but watchmakers cheap özgün varkenin bu inşpes aşağıdan kaydesi. Zaten inşpes for asmi bu backpackner bazı efektif. Yevinan asmi wow efes exciting. Make konmekane for make testing. Make a business strategy. Evet o özgün for inş zavali aşağıdan kaydesi yapınca aktifler. Նրանց համար որ չեք իմանում հոմերեքմենի նշանաբանն է բարձրացի։ Ես չեմ կարող սրանից ավելի մեծ օրինակ տամ այդ նշանաբանի համար։ Այսինքն, այսի ամենապերֆեկտ ճիշտ օրինակն է բարձրացի համար, որ մեր անձնավորություն մեր երեխաներին դասերակում է բարձրացնում եւ բարձրացումը մի աստիճան է տանում աբերել մեր հայրենիքում։ Բարձր կատար, միանալի աշխատանք է, Stan var. Hekti var aslında sormuyorsan kama bilimets aşağıdan kelmeyi kas şöyle. Yok uzanmat Polskadan kuymadı ki.
Başçıçan Gomez որ ուշադակտակ են ուզում երկեզի, որ ես սկապես շատ աշխատանքով կոմեկ պարթան շախումից ուրեմն certificate of recognition Քրիստինե Դաշտենյանց բարի երախտագիտություն և գնահատանք ձեզ հանձնարարված Krtser միավորի նախաձեռնություն առաքելությունը կատարելապես և անվերապահորեն իրագործելու համարվային ինպաստ հայրենիքի դրոսների և իրականների։ Խնդրում եմ կազմեցնեք։
All in all, I want to express the division's thanks to Krtser. On our daily activities, we focus on improving the lives of our scouts, on improving the lives of our community, and building up a strong Armenian youth here. Oftentimes, sadly to acknowledge, we forget that those in most need are in Armenia. Thank you, Krtser, for bringing that to our attention. It's been a hell of an experience for us to see what they've actually been going through. And that's the starting point of Krtser's 2018 initiative. I know the division and our parents and our supporters are very much looking forward to it. I know that if you could do this with $2,000 from what we can gather and the support we can raise for 2018, I won't be surprised if you change the political structure. With that, I want to say a final round of applause to Krtser Homeland. Thank you all for coming and for your continued support.